Okay, I'm live. I need, I hung up to try to get people over here. I need a Spanish speaker here ASAP. Immediately, I need a Spanish speaker. The homeowner, his primary language is Spanish, so he would like to have a translator. They're all turning their IDs around real quick on me. So if I can get a Spanish translator here right now, can you let him know what he needs to go over them is the pricing issue?
Yeah, I've spoken to them about
that.
Okay,
but they need to tell him that ahead of time with the pricing, because what they'll do is they'll start killing everything, and then they'll just come up with whatever for price. But a fair market value price is what he is to be paid. Not what they want.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure if we're not happy with it,
but
then
get it before they kill it. Because I'm gonna have one of the them to come over that understand how it works. Because what has to happen with him is he can negotiate the pricing right now.
Yeah.
Don't let because what they'll do is they'll kill everything, count out whatever, and then he just gets whatever. So he has the legal right to have a fair market value price.
Okay.
And whoever's in charge, if it's this lady or she's a security person, the chippies are just here to make sure everybody's peaceful. That's all they're here for. But whoever's in charge, and I'm waiting for somebody to get over here that has had their, people that have already done this so that they can explain to him, because otherwise they're...
Yeah, because we've been through this before where we used to live. They killed our chickens in Harupa.
You did?
Yeah, we've been through this before. So it's like, we were kind of not surprised. I mean, they do this...
Wait, was this in 2003 or was this recent?
2003.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago, yeah. We used to live out there when me and my sister were like super little.
Okay.
And then we ended up moving out here, hoping that it would
that you wouldn't be harassed. I live off of Wood and Calco, and they slaughtered all my birds too.
Yeah.
What they did with me is they gave me this. It was a warrant, but it wasn't correct. See, I used to be a police officer. My husband still is. So what they did to me was my kill date. They didn't even come on the kill date. They showed up at my house with the whole army of people.
To do it
I know.
Tomorrow.
So they're early for your kill date too.
Yeah, so that's why it's kind of like...
They catch you off guard is what they do. And then they'll typically corner you, and then they don't...
Bailey, come here.
They don't want you to have support. Like, they don't want anything. And like I said, these guys are just here just to make sure nobody fights with anybody. And I'm not going to fight with anybody. You guys aren't fighting with anybody.
Yeah, we just want like a reasonable price for it, because like my dad, he's dedicated his whole life to those chickens. He's taking care of them. He takes time out of his day, like out of coming home from work, and he makes them food. Like, he'll prep it for them and feed them properly. So our chickens are like
healthy.
Yeah, and they're healthy well. So the least they can do for killing all of them is giving us a decent amount.
Well, you know what? You have every right to get the head person back here and tell him what they're giving him. Because I understand you got a couple that are very expensive.
Yeah, peacocks. We have peacocks.
Yeah, what's the price of a peacock? I wanted a peacock, which I won't get one either, but I've seen the prices go as low as like $100 on up to like $800 for one peacock. I don't know enough about the breeds just to know that they're super pretty.
Yeah.
But they can give him a price and and let him know ahead of time, because under the Fifth Amendment constitutional right that he has, and you guys have, when the government seizes property, he has to be indemnified for that property. So what they did to the other family over here, they didn't provide the person with the Spanish paperwork, so he was signing in English, but somebody was trying to translate, which is no.
Dad didn't sign anything, right?
Yeah, he was signing stuff.
Why didn't you tell me when I was there?
I told you. I was telling you.
You said they were here. You didn't say he was signing stuff.
I told you.
Do you know what he signed? Do you know what he signed?
Did you guys read anything?
I wasn't here. Mom was with them.
Where's Mom? She's not here now.
You could ask him to see the paperwork that he signed, because if he speaks Spanish, clearly he has to have, everything has to be in Spanish for him.
Yeah.
And what they've done with a couple people is they do it in another language. It's like, it's me. It's like if you handed me something like in Russian and said here, and you got to sign it. I don't know what I don't know what that says. And that's what they do to people, is they take advantage of the people. If they're English, if they don't speak English, then they hand you some form. They say, oh, sign. And then they scare you, because then they tell you, well, if you don't, you get arrested. And then, and then what are you supposed to do? Of course you sign, because you're afraid. And that's a bullying and a fear tactic that isn't right. They'll tell you don't talk to me is what they don't want, because they don't want citizens to know they have rights. So I already know that they play that game. It's okay. There's her. She's going to look down. Turns her badge away like normal. But whoever's on their way here, yes, I am in Mead. I can see some of it. Okay, address. Joe. Okay, Joe, here you what's the address here again? It's
20310
20310
Haines Street.
Haines Street. And Joe, if you can get here quickly, I know you speak Spanish. This gentleman could use some translation. He's got 2 younger daughters that are trying to help. Apparently the mom left, but the dad signed something. And yes, they definitely need to be explained what's happening. We do have consent to be here. I have police officers here, so no laws are being broken. Nobody's impeding anything. I guess this family, this man loves his birds a lot, and Joe, are you on your way? Okay, Joe, if you can hurry up. I didn't text you the address, we just gave it to you. Hurry up and get over here to help this family. No clue what he signed. The one bigger woman with the purple shirt that walked by has a younger daughter over to the car. Apparently these birds are healthy. They've got peacocks and I guess some exotics, some probably pretty expensive ones. And according to what the daughter said, that the dad loves the birds a lot and he takes time off of work and I guess makes some special food and whatnot. They are healthy. This gentleman has been a victim in 2003, I guess, of the same situation. So unfortunate. And again, this is somebody's pets. I mean, these aren't just. I mean, for a guy to take off time of work and make up different food for his birds, and some of the birds they mentioned with peacocks, those birds are expensive. And the government seems to be notorious thus far with everybody to want to pay, I don't know, $5 or I don't know, some ridiculous price. And this man, I'm pretty sure, just in his food alone, has far more. They're pointing at me, probably trying to want to get rid of me or something, but I'm not doing anything wrong, so they can do whatever they need to do. So Maggie or Veronica, I tried calling both of you guys to get over here because I don't speak Spanish. His 2 daughters are younger girls. They said they were just little babies or whatever when it happened in 2003. I don't know what he signed. I'm not even sure if he knows what he signed. They were trying to find the paperwork to see if he has it in Spanish. Did he? I don't know. Did he get it in Spanish, or do we know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
She's still going.
Or you could ask.
Que sí, ¿qué?
Que no puede estar ella aquí adentro, porque si no, no me van a pagar los animales. Y ustedes que son diferentes.
Well, he said that you can't be here, else they won't pay him for the animals.
Well, I can't be here, or they're not going to pay him?
Yeah.
Let me ask the highway patrol real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're telling him that if I'm... Wow, that's the...
That you can't be inside, that you have to be outside.
So they were... Let me ask...
Yeah.
Mr. Highway Patrol, can you come here for a minute, please? Okay, so now this owner is being told that if I'm on this side of the gate, now they won't pay him. So if he has me at his home as a guest, they're declining payment. Hi, could you help us real quick? He owns, I'm just taking the shade. He owns the home here, and clearly I'm not any problem. They've given me consent to be here. I'm trying to find somebody that speaks Spanish because it sounds like we have an issue going on with this paperwork. And they just told him that if I'm here as their guest, they won't pay him.
I have absolutely no idea how any of that works.
But under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, he's to be indemnified for his property. He owns this. But I mean, he owns this land, so how can they deny payment if he is a guest?
That's asking for a legal advice, a legal conclusion. I'm not a lawyer.
But what can we do to help him out? I mean, they've said I can be here.
I have nothing to do when it comes to what exactly it is they're doing and what their rules are. And what rules they have to follow. That's an issue between the homeowner and them.
Well,
my responsibility is just to make sure that everything kind of stays calm.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
calm.
we're good.
I'm not doing anything.
We've been cool the last couple of times we've talked to each other.
Yeah, I don't have any problem. I have just a problem with if they allow me here as their guest. Now they're threatening him that if I'm not there, they won't pay him.
I have absolutely no idea.
Under what code, lady? Is that correct?
Under the agreements that he signed.
The agreement that he signed?
The agreement agreement that he signed.
Holy crap.
To do our work here, we request that only the residents be on site.
Can you show me that form?
If you call them,
I'm not.
you can call the
Okay,
information
so
officer and
apparently, okay,
you're welcome to stand outside the gates, and then you're not interfering with anything.
I'm not interfering anyway, but
And
that's
he's not
fine.
in jeopardy of losing his indemnity payment.
Yeah, he. So he will lose his payment if he has a guest at his house
While we're doing our work, yes.
because he signed a form. Can you ask your father if he's aware of that he signed? Is he aware that he signed away his right? Because wow, you guys are really pushing some boundaries here.
Because what will happen is if there are other people here, we will leave.
Then leave. Do you think this guy wants his birds dead?
Right.
He's got peacock. Did you hear that he takes time off of work to feed them? Special food? You don't understand. You don't understand any of this stuff. No, you don't. So, does he know what he signed then?
Yeah, sí sabes que...
Does he understand that he signed off his rights to things, or does he not?
Yeah, because I signed already.
I know, but the thing is, before you sign, if they didn't explain to you what you're signing...
No, she explained everything to me right now. I took pictures of it.
Okay, right
all
now.
that. Yeah.
So, is he okay?
He has everything. My mom was there, explained everything.
Okay.
I just don't want any issues. Like, I get, no matter what, the birds...
They're gonna slaughter them is what they're gonna do.
They're gonna slaughter them.
They just
Money's
don't...
money. That's not like...
I know.
That's
They
not,
just don't want
I
it...
don't want a big issue. Like,
No.
I
They
don't
just
want
don't
you to
want
start
it...
problems. I don't want you to start problems.
No.
It's like, it happened, it's said, it's done. We don't
I
have to
know.
cause this issue. Money is money, but
Just
like,
I still
time
wanted
and
to-
like causing an issue over money is not worth it.
I know. No, I'm
So we
like
just
I
do
said,
it
I'm not gonna.
peacefully
He's the homeowner. I would do
Yeah.
whatever he wants, and I mean, if I mean, it's unfortunate because I know what these guys are doing, and I know how they're doing it because
they're
they did
just-
it to me.
And at the same time, we also take into consideration they're just doing their job. They're not trying to cause issues with us. Everyone's from a different department, and we have to respect their privacy too. And
Yeah.
it is our property.
Yeah, it's your
right now.
property, so that's-
So I kind of don't want you recording our property,
Okay.
and putting it online,
Okay.
because we do have personal family stuff
Okay.
that we cannot be online.
Okay.
Especially me, my dad, all of us.
Okay.
It's not safe for us.
Okay.
So if you cannot record our
No, I'm
house
gonna take off.
and
If
like
you don't,
not
I mean,
post it or anything.
I was on a live like I explained to you earlier, so it's already on there. But I'm gonna just like I said, I'm
Yeah,
not here to
'cause
cause problems.
personally,
Somebody supposed to
That-
pull in here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's
Okay.
make some room so she
Okay.
can.
Well, I'm actually if you guys are good, I'm good,
Yeah.
and
We
I guess
appreciate
you're
it.
on the page. If you have a question, give me a call. If he needs to have any translation done or whatever, just hit us up and we'll help you out what we can. Okay.
Thank you again for coming.
No problem. And just tell him I'm sorry for his loss.
That's okay. That's okay. You know what it's like. I want to problem. Because I signed already. And
I know.
See?
It's okay. It's okay. You'll get through it, I think.
Okay.
I'm very,
Okay.
I'm very
Okay.
sorry, sir. I feel you. Bye, you guys. Okay, so I'm leaving, and you heard that. I recorded it, so interesting. Okay, so I'm leaving this place. That big fat lady in the they pulled the daughter to the car. So now what they're threatening with is if you sign something and you want to have a guest at your house, you forfeit the money. That's what they're signing now. So that's their new tactic. So if you want somebody to yeah, this is wrong. I can't even read all the comments. I'm not going to bother to read them right now. I'm going to head over to Calco and Brown. The kill squad's here. They're going to be here probably for a few hours. There's over 100 birds here. They have exotics, I guess peacocks, and I don't know whatever else. But the father signed something. I'm not convinced he knows what he signed. The younger daughter came out and talked to the big lady with the purple shirt when she removed her ID. Don't know her name, but somebody can screenshot her. And I don't know what they said, but whatever they said to her, and you heard that security lady, this lady with this ugly Infinity car, the one that thinks she's all Mrs. whatever she is, she said that it's in the paperwork that if you have, I guess, if you have a guest at your home, you forfeit your payment. So for the people that want support, here's, I guess, the new rule that we now have. I haven't seen this paperwork that even says such a thing, but apparently, if you want to have a support or guest at your home or whatever, there comes another one of them right now. If you have that person at your home, anybody, I guess, they're not going to pay you. So that is how they're leverage. They're going to use that as the leverage. So they kill your animals with or without your consent, with a warrant or not, or whatever. And if you want to have support or a guest at your house, you will not now get paid. So that's their new bullying scare tactic. I was calling out for somebody to try to get here to help this gentleman out with Spanish, because it seemed like at first there was a lot of confusion going on. And the bottom line is they don't want me there. And they've already told people that. Don't talk to them. Don't have her there. So anyway, with these folks, I feel very bad for them. It doesn't sound to me that they want their birds killed. Apparently, they have very expensive birds. The dad really loves the birds. And their birds are all going to be dead probably within the next couple hours. They'll kill them all. So I can't read anything, but whatever the guy, I do know he signed something, but I'm not sure he knows what he signed. Their kill date was for tomorrow, so of course they showed up early because they are rude, and they like to use that tactic of the element of surprise. They have 2 chippies sitting there with them, babysitting them, whatever. I'm not causing no problems again, so all those, oh, that's illegal. Nope, I didn't do nothing illegal. If I did, I would be arrested, so don't even travel down that pathway. At first, I got the impression that they wanted support there, and after they took the one girl to the car and explained to her about the payment, they did change their idea that they don't want anybody there. They just want it done, and they want to be able to receive their money. So with that being said, I left. And I left. I'm leaving. So I'm going over to the site over here where everybody was. I drove by it, but I never even stopped. I've been driving around the chicken killers. So I'm getting off of this live. That's so far what has happened. They are all over me. They are hot and heavy everywhere. So now what you need to do and what needs to happen is this is where we need to spread awareness, because that's their new tactic. And it's a sucky tactic. It really is. So the rights that you think you have as a homeowner, I don't even understand. I got to look this one up because I don't know how this is going to apply to our Fifth Amendment constitutional right. But how is it that if the government is coming in to seize your property, you are to be indemnified? They're not giving dollar amounts up front for what your payment's going to be. So you're supposed to, in theory, be able to negotiate what fair market value is. But in the theory of Cdfa, you don't get that right. And now they've switched it up to saying that if you have a guest, then they're not going to pay you at all. And I don't even understand. How can they deny somebody at their private property to have a guest over? I don't even, and then use that as the leverage. Like, wow, that is like insane crazy. Insane crazy. And I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not an attorney, but if I had to kind of guess at this, I think that might be kind of a little bit of another constitutional violation. So anyway, that's the story that is going on, and that is what happened. And I'm pulling up to that Circle K up here because I'm actually quite thirsty right now, and there's still some people out there. So I'm going to pull up. I'm going to grab something to drink because I'm very thirsty, and then I'm going to meet these guys on the corner, and I guess we'll go from there. And so far, that's what we've documented today. But in doing documentation today, my purpose, because I learned something new today, they can now take away your rights to your private property. You aren't a criminal, but they're going to use it as leverage to get you paid. You know what? Frankly, that pisses me off. It pisses me off, man. Wow. Talk about playing dirty. They're playing dirty, all right. So that way, the other person this morning, oh, don't move a bird, blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. You think this is right? This is playing dirty, guys. Totally playing dirty. Okay, so I'm hanging out this thing. I got people at the corner over there, but I do need a drink. I'm super thirsty. So I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. And I don't know your rights, guys, because they're taking them each day. One more goes away.